Hi everybody and welcome to this week's edition of Property Chat. This week we're talking about extensions. Should you, shouldn't you? Let's weigh it up. Stand by. Hi everybody and welcome back to Property Chat. We did it. We're in the semi-finals. Can you believe it? We beat Sweden. Fantastic. Can't wait. So, extending, should you or shouldn't you? This is a big question and one that all the time now I'm getting invited to properties which have been extended and the extension value is higher than the new price we can achieve with the extension. So if you're extending with a view to achieving a better price, then be really careful because it's quite easy here to be what I call a busy fool. In other words, you think, oh, well, we want to get more money, so we'll go up in the loft, we'll create another couple of bedrooms and a bathroom, for instance, and that will add on value. Well, it's true, that will always add on value, but here's the thing. People go to certain roads because of the price point. Once you go up into the loft and spend between 25 and 50,000 on that extension, it may be that you push that price point so far away from where it was that actually people would rather buy on another road, a better road, or perhaps a road where there's parking or semis and you're a terrace, this kind of thing. So before you extend, if you're extending to achieve maximum price, be really careful. What I would advise is make sure you get your local agents around, preferably us if you're in the local area, and have a chat about what you're intending to do and the reasons you're intending to do it. Now, just to qualify that, what I always say to my clients, because we get a lot of calls from our clients, as many of you know, we've been here for over 25 years, so all the time people call us and say, what value would be added on if I did this or that? You know, my first question to those people is always the same. Who are you doing this for? Because actually, if you're putting this extension on for your family and you're going to enjoy it for 5 or 10 years, then it'll all come out in the wash later anyway. So I always say, well, fill your boots. If it's for you, go and do it. But if you're doing it for me so that I can get you a better price, then let's look at it. Let's look at it, what it will be worth with the extension, what it's worth currently, and see whether you're not being a busy fool. Because what we don't want you to do is go and spend maybe £50,000 on an extension, and then I can get you 40 back, or maybe 50. And then you've just banged your head off for a year with stress and hassle of builders and everything for absolutely no reason. So the first question is who you're doing it for, and if you're doing it for maximum price, then please do call us around first, because quite often now, and just recently particularly, we're seeing people that have extended expecting X to be added on to the value, but haven't taken these factors into consideration. And the sort of factors which matter are things like, well, if you've got a terraced house and you extend up into the loft, you may get an extra 2 bedrooms and a bathroom up there. But here's the thing, the footprint of a 5-bedroom house is going to be much bigger than yours. So then in order to make that work, you need to extend in the garden as well. This is more cost and expense, and also on top of that, if your garden's not that big, you end up with a house then with no garden and 5 bedrooms. So you can see why then that wouldn't be the same thing as a local 5-bedroom house with a bigger footprint. So be really careful not to overdo it on the extensions, and we're here to help, preferably before you carry out those works. You know, I went to see someone just last week who'd spent 190,000 on an extension, and we worked out the value add was a maximum of 100,000. So make sure you take good advice before you go ahead and get these things done. Hope you've enjoyed this week's video. Please like and share with your friends. Until next week, we'll see you then.